Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for July 22nd, 2026. We've got Intrigue and Cornucopia Guilds today. And got a lot of trashing. Masquerade, Steward, Infirmary, and Replace. We do not have a lot of plus actions, just Herald. And there's a lot of terminals on this board, and the play order of those could well matter. So I feel like this is going to end up being kind of awkward, but we'll see. For draw, Herald, as mentioned, Farrier Overpay, Masquerade, Steward. And then for gains, we got plus buy from Merchant Guild and Courtier and Farrier and Baron and Candlestick Maker, so plenty of plus buy. And then Courtier can also gain golds. Replace isn't net gains, but it does, increase the number of gains you have when it comes to greening, and particularly could combine well with the Courtier gaining golds. Okay, so we've got a bunch of different excellent trashers that we could play with here. Two of which would probably prefer that we have a 3-4 opening so that we could open that trasher plus Farrier Overpay for 2. Infirmary, at least, we could just directly overpay 1 and immediately trash a card and trigger a shuffle. I don't think that's worth it relative to playing with Masquerade. So would probably prefer to go Masquerade, and it probably is just Masquerade, Farrier Overpay for 1, and just be a little sad about the fact that we can't do that in the other order, but what can you do? Masquerade is just going to be the best at getting to some of the more expensive stuff, whether that's Herald or Replace or whatever. And with Farrier Overpay, we don't necessarily need to trash quite as aggressively as like Steward would enable. Especially if we can get to a Replace that can turn estates into heralds. That would be nice. That does go for Infirmary. There's also the possibility of Infirmary Overpay into... Farrier Overpay into Infirmary Overpay. So we do have the option here to get a Replace already. I don't actually think it's likely to be correct, though. We could do another Farrier Overpay. Draw 3 extra cards, which is kind of a lot. Make it more likely we see the Masquerade again. We could also do a Herald Overpay and top deck Herald. Downside to that is mostly just that the Herald isn't likely to find specifically the Masquerade. So I think, yeah, I mean, having more Farriers in the deck also makes Herald more likely to hit when we do add it. So I think I'd do like this. That's a little unfortunate. Okay. We could get a Herald plus a 1-card Farrier Overpay now. think that makes sense. Although, unfortunately, the bot is going very aggressively for these heralds. Which are kind of a key card. Wait, how are there 6 estates in the trash if... Oh, they pass an estate to me. Okay, right. Well, it's probably just Herald overpay by 1. Oh boy. Annoying. Herald overpay again. I mean, at some point, we're going to need to get something that isn't Herald, but it's just it's really important to get the Heralds. And it's not like we're drawing deck yet either. So... Oh, we actually had a Herald hit there. I couldn't even tell. I do think we need to trash here, even though... Well... We are going to draw through. I'll have 7. Not trash a copper. Yeah, we haven't trashed a copper. We have no estates. We'll have 7. We could get, like, Herald Steward. I guess we could also get, like, Herald Candlestick Maker. Steward makes more money. The Candlestick Maker is non-terminal. We go Herald Steward, we have the potential to hit 9 next turn, which I think is a good number for us to be hitting for Herald and a 5. So I think I will do that. Bot goes for a Farrier overpay finally. Interesting. Oh. The other thing we could do here is just take the last 2 Heralds. I think that might be worth it. And then we don't necessarily need to avoid trashing, because we don't need to get, like, a Herald the next turn. Yeah. Interesting that the bot is doing this in this order. All right. Oh, frig. Come on. Well, okay, we can get a 5. Probably go ahead and do that. So Courtier's only good target is replace. So I think I prefer Merchant Guild. I mean, if we do Courtier and replace, we can potentially like replace golds into provinces and give out curses and all that. It is pretty good. But we only get one of them right now. And golds don't really cooperate well with the heralds anyway. I think I'm going to take a Merchant Guild. Do we trash here? I think those last two cards are the Merchant Guild and another Herald. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I think the answer is no, we do not. Take another Merchant Guild and 1 coin farrier overpay. The bot's deck is going to do absolutely nothing once it can't keep overpaying for farrier, I would think. We should be good to take coins here, I think. Unless all of our heralds miss. I guess one of them hit. When did that even happen? Oh, here. I can't even tell. This is ridiculous. Okay. Another Merchant Guild. Another Farrier. I think I'll just repay the one. Like, it's not like I want to see my whole deck in my... Well, not that I would, but... I want to avoid a dud. But I don't want to draw too many cards, lest the heralds be unable to hit. I mean, that's probably not too big of a risk. Yeah, maybe I should just... How many cards do we have in our deck? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, alright, let's just full overpay. At some point we might want to take coppers, but I don't think we're at that point yet. Bot really needs a replace. Did not get one. Yeah, it's like it had a good turn there, but I just don't see how it's going to continue to do so. My god, we can't play all of our terminals. No. Ugh. Like what I was worried about. All right, well. Take another merchant guild. Maybe we do get a candlestick maker. Or should we be doing some trashing instead? I shouldn't have drawn that last Herald, I guess, if I wasn't going to play the Masquerade. I was thinking I was, and then I kind of changed my mind. I mean, we could just go Merchant Guild, Trash 2, get another Merchant Guild. Seems reasonable. The Masquerade starts to look a little dangerous, though. Oh, well. How are you hitting that much with all those fucking golds in your deck? Come on. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. There's no way. Fuck. We probably do want to play the Masquerade. I think I'll take the coins. Still have copper. That's yeah. There's only 3 coppers in either of these decks, and they happen to have one. Okay. I kind of want to leave. Well, we could also buy some coppers to charge up our merchant guilds. Might be time for that. Alright. One more merchant guild. We can play one more merchant guild if our heralds can line stuff up. We go ahead and take a candlestick maker. I mean, it's better than a copper. And then some number of coppers. We don't want to take too many. I guess we could take another candlestick maker. It still nets coffers, just not as many. I don't want too many of them, though. I don't want too many coppers either, so I guess it's kind of whatever. So we just took 3 candlestick makers. Take 2 coppers, maybe? Don't want to flood my deck with junk. I might have done too much of that as it is. Yeah. We managed to draw almost all the copper that we got. We got plenty of coffers. Um, like if we draw our deck here, or if we had drawn our deck here, well, of one, we got plenty of buys. I guess, I mean, we don't really need to see this stuff too much next turn, so I guess... Should we dip into the coffers and just start buying duchies? Hmm. We don't get that many coffers back, but we do get some coffers back. Take full advantage of the number of buys that we do have this turn at least. Sure. Okay. We get 3 provinces, we're at 30, we get 2 duchies, so we can still win here, although I don't know if we have enough money in our deck. We probably don't. I'm a little concerned about us hitting the Masquerade at this point. Hmm. We do have another copper down here, I think. Maybe that's not true. Yeah. Guess I'll pass a candlestick maker. Okay. About to trigger a shuffle into Junktown. Just not gonna do us any favors. This is all of our heralds? Oh boy. I was wrong about whether I could afford to just throw those duchies into my deck. Okay, well... I think we... Oh, the duchies emptying is going to end the game, too. Okay, so we take... Do we take 2 provinces? Is, I guess, the question. We do have buys down there, at least. And we drew most of the duchies, so we at least won't have to deal with that. That probably means we don't take more provinces. Are we worried about the bot double duchying? Maybe. It only has the 1 courtier, and then it has a candlestick maker. We know that it has the candlestick maker in hand. Can we win without both provinces is, I guess, another relevant question here. Probably not. What did the bot have last turn? Saw 2 golds. I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is the bot is going to hit province, and then that's going to be curtains. But okay, if the bot hits province, it gets to 40. I get another province, so I'm at 24. If I can get all 3 duchies somehow, 33. There's a world, but it requires triggering another shuffle. I think it's not worth trying for. We'll just do that. And then might as well buy 7 coppers at this point. Okay, can we win here? No. Fuck. If the bot hadn't gotten that estate, then we could have. But we're exactly down. We need one, or if we had one more buy, which I think we do have a farrier down here, actually. Well, fuck. I mean, obviously the bot was only one coin short of winning anyway from buying the province. But yeah, that yeah, we just need the farrier. That's the we needed the farrier, then we could have got province, double duchy, estate. But I mean, the path to victory has to go through buy the duchy, buy two estates. But yeah. Okay. Well, I guess the farrier overpay line, like, I don't know. I think if the bot didn't have that one double duchy turn, like or double province turn rather, I just think that yeah, this turn you got two provinces here, and then I got two provinces here, and I feel like this turn was just not like that. Just should not have happened. And if it hadn't happened, I think I would have won. I mean, it's definitely an awkward board in terms of like Herald's the only plus actions. It doesn't play well with the gold gaining. It doesn't really play well with replace because you don't control when you play replace. But Merchant Guild is slow. I don't know. I'm skeptical about this. It's possible that yeah, I don't know. Possible that I should have like done more to deny the farriers. The bot wasn't going for them early, and then it transitioned to going for them. Again, I really think that one turn, like even if the bot had gotten to like province duchy that turn or something, like that would have been fine. I think the 4-3 again. Damn it. This time the bot gets a masquerade. I don't love to see that. All right, I think we start with the farrier overpay again so that we can see our masquerade again. And then, yeah, let's do Herald, Farrier. Oh. What? Courtier already? I think I'll do... It could be correct to get like a Merchant Guild this early. Just to like start saving up coffers. Let's try that. Because we know we've got good stuff coming up here. All right. I guess we're not doing any overpay, but let's just get another Herald, another Farrier. Ugh. I think I'll just take another Herald. Could overpay to top deck it. I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, the bot's going for the big Farrier overbay stuff. Its deck has even less like stuff in it than it did last time, though. So I continue not to believe that that's actually going to get anywhere. All right, we could spend coffers on Farrier overpay now. That's probably worth it. Although, I mean, we will get them back. Yeah. I guess that was friendly to the bot, but I did want to trash. Okay. Kind of want another merchant guild. We should get the last farrier to deny the bot. So let's just do that, I guess. I got the double province turn again. It's doing this off of like only a couple heralds. I really don't think its deck should continue to function. All right, I'm gonna take 2 more heralds. And the last herald and another merchant guild. I'd like to see a copper, please. Okay. What is down there? Copper. Merchant Guild. Take a candlestick maker. Or 2. I guess so. Come on. Come on! I've only got 2 coppers in my deck. What the fuck? Hmm. Need to be a little bit careful. I wonder if I should just go ahead and get a province at this point. 3 merchant guilds in play. Yeah, I don't think so. One more merchant guild, and then candlestick makers do net us coffers. The cost of adding more stop cards. And they don't net very many coffers right now. Maybe getting that extra merchant guild isn't correct. Probably isn't. It's like I want to store up more coffers, but this turn was just bad, so that makes it harder. It might be correct to just buy nothing else. Save my existing coffers and not add more stop cards. I think that probably is the case. Yeah. Alright, maybe we pass the Masquerade. The bot can't do anything with it. Crash the Masquerade, yeah. I mean, we now don't have the ability to trash these last 3 coppers. I guess we could buy another Masquerade, though. Okay. So what if we just triple provinced? We'd have 5 merchant guilds in play, so we'd get 15 coffers, which would almost be enough to double province. We'd be able to double province just by seeing a candlestick maker. Or a merchant guild. That's probably correct. I don't think we want any coppers, though. Well, can we find a herald? Okay, there we go. Is this actually a win? We need province, double duchy, estate, which is 1820, just barely. Yeesh. I don't know. I mean, I guess the bot strategy is pretty good. This time, it had so little of a deck. Like, it's really like the fact that the bot got to 4 provinces is really surprising. That first double province turn that it had, did this so early, but it was off of its last big farrier overpay where it overpaid 8. Like, the fact that it could do that is not in and of itself surprising. Yeah, I think the most surprising part is that even after adding a couple duchies, that it hit province on this turn. Yeah, I mean, looking at this hand, like, there's a pretty good chance I could have just waited another turn. I could have bought, like, province, if I needed to, province and some duchies, and then taken the other province on the next turn. But yeah, I don't know. This it feels like there should be a way to do this where it's at no risk of losing to this courtier deck, which just doesn't, like, courtier itself. Like, the bot doesn't even have any dual types, and like I said, the golds don't play well with heralds. Didn't have that many heralds anyway, and it doesn't even have that much gold in the deck, really. 4 gold is not that much. And the one thing it had is that it did thin down, although it still has a couple coppers. There's a couple candlestick makers, but I don't think, did it ever play any of them? I don't think it did. Or if it did, it's immediately spent the coffers. Got a candlestick maker there, never played it. Got a candlestick maker there, never played it. Yeah, so it never had any coffers to, like, smooth out anything. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess another way to look at this is just that, like, the payload in general is weak on this board. I mean, maybe there is something you're supposed to be doing with replace. It just seems so awkward. I guess it all seems awkward. The problem with Herald, like, it's a good card, but it's also really awkward a lot of the time. It depends on the composition of the deck, of course. If you have a bunch of, other cards that are just like draw and actions and things that the heralds can hit. I mean, the farriers do qualify here, but where the sequencing is less brittle, then it's less of a problem. But like, trying to play with replace in this deck just seems like it would be so annoying. Like, I already had, ran into a little bit of trouble with the masquerade, but at least, like, masquerade, well, it's more like, I'm trying to find the remaining coppers rather than, oh, I have like a gold in my deck and I want to replace a no province, or I want to mill my province, or whatever. And then, like, the odds that you line that up are just kind of terrible. Oh well. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.